Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to the ARMA Team League Season 5. This is the last week, starting in just a couple minutes here. With you tonight is Veggie and once again Cheese. Good evening, Cheese.
Hello.
Hello, hello. We are just waiting for our game to get started. We are watching game 2, table 2, so we are waiting on Kaniko, I believe it is, who does seem to be missing. But in the meantime, we're just gonna go through with a couple things, I suppose. First of all, obviously we do have the top 16, the ARMA All Stars tournament next week. So we do have that to look forward to in terms of the individual standings. So we will be keeping track of that this week. Obviously, up for grabs is free entry to ARMA 2024, which is in Melbourne at the end of the year. So definitely worth trying to get into. Saves you the cost of the ticket and I mean gives you the guaranteed entry as well, which is always nice because last year those went very quickly originally. Other than that, for those who haven't checked the announcements in the Discord server, we also do have registrations open for IRMC, which is the International Online Riichi Mahjong Championship, which is a championship that's been held every year that I've been playing, I think. At least the last like 5 or so years. And that's really cool. You get to play with a bunch of different people from around the world, a bunch of very strong people. You get to play in another team format, so it's a lot of fun. Even if you're not, don't think you're good enough or, not confident in your abilities, just sign up and see how you go. You never know, you can get through and participate in that. It's always cool. So yeah, we're still waiting on our game here. I guess we'll quickly go and have a look at the standings going into the final week here. So again, the cutoff is sitting at 17.2 points right now, so that is the number that we will be paying most attention to, since that will shift around a bit as teams win and lose, and that's what teams need to be aiming for. So we know we talked about this a little bit at the end of last week, but realistically, any team from 14 up has a chance to get in this week. We got 4 games. 15 up, not 14. 4 games, so more than enough points up for grabs. If you can bring home the wins. And on the other hand, it is hard, I think, for some of these teams to drop out. Like obviously Kahaki Rangers and probably Tanya Sensation are pretty much guaranteed to make it through at this stage. But Churn Potato, like for example, if you take 4 negative 50s, then that would be negative points in general. So yeah, it's obviously not a guaranteed thing to make it through at this point in the season, so don't rest on your laurels. But I do think it is interesting just sort of how the games will be approached at this point, because you do get to see, teams at the top, they might play a little bit more conservatively to, maintain their points, whereas teams towards the bottom might play a bit more aggressively to try and gain those points. So you get to see sometimes a lot more higher scoring hands and a lot more interesting decisions getting made. It's very good. So yeah, we'll be watching game 2 when it eventually starts. This table does include Chitoitsu, Senbaiman, Pinfree Pals, Shoot and Double Reach, and the Darkness Wanderers. So Pinfree Pals obviously with a chance to make the first game with their big comeback here, but the other 3 teams are all in 8th, 9th, and 10th. So it'll be an interesting table regardless to see who can separate from that pack. And it looks like Cheese is subbing, so enjoy, Cheese.
Thank you. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side. What I might do, if I can, let me just see. I think Jaff is playing, yeah. I think everyone's playing at the moment, so I will probably go solo unless anyone is happy to jump in. But we do get to watch a game with Cheese, which is always fun. And that was the player for Chitoshi Sanbaiman, so not great for them. They are in 8th right now, but they will be taking a negative, and a pretty large one for that, because no one's responded and they have to have a sub, or someone is responding now. Hold on. I think it is too late because the game has already started. That is very unfortunate for them. Well, apologies to chat. You'll have to be dealing with my attempts at commentary tonight. That's why I keep the other guys around, because they're a lot better at this analysis stuff than me. All right, give me a moment here, and I'll quickly update the seating. And obviously the player names here. Alrighty, sorry about that. For some reason, swapping around the names in the seedings always makes me use 200% of my brain, so. Yeah, they're double checking, but the game has started, and I don't even know if the players are going to be checking Discord. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but otherwise, so I will just quickly have a double check to see if any of these guys are in the top 16 or in contention. Glancing quickly through the list, Mai is down in about, what is this? This would be about 28 for 29th. That's the closest we have. Because we have Toad and Rune. And obviously Cheese is in contention here. Toad's down at negative 50, so I mean obviously can make it. Negative 50, if you win 100 points here, that's positive 50, and you're only about 30 points off at this stage. And Rune, is that someone? That's
Hey,
Hello.
it's me. It's me. I'm subbing in.
We're
doing the freeway sub.
The freeway sub, yeah, Cheese.
The freeway sub.
Radio. So we get to watch Cheese, because that's the game we were watching tonight.
Oh, okay. This is I think from memory, this is also a pretty spicing game for the standings as well, because you have I don't actually know what their name is. I can't
Yeah.
read kanji.
Yeah,
But it's the black team
Yeah.
and Sanbaiman,
yeah, Sanbaiman,
which is big.
yeah. So we got Darkness Wanderers with Mai, Chitotsu Sanbaiman, and Furutan Double Reach. It's like 8th, 9th, and 10th or something like that.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
it's definitely a very important game.
Yeah, exactly. We do try to pick the tables which will be most interesting. So, like in the final weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting in terms of standings. And yeah, I was just saying, unfortunately, what is that for Chitotsu Sanbaiman? It's like -50 or something.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because we started the game, and then the moment I hit the start game button, Mint joined lobby.
Yeah.
Or didn't join lobby, but they saw the Discord post.
Yep.
And it was just like, this is one of the biggest feels bad I've ever had running this event.
Yep.
But that said, it's only -50. Oh, it's not only -50. -50 is big, but their fate is still within their control, depending on the outcome of this match.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. So it's not like they're completely knocked out. It's still possible to pull it back. But East won. And Cheese is subbing in for Chitotsu Sanbaiman, isn't he?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, East won. You mentioned Cheese. I really like Cheese starting position here. Quite nice.
I actually think I like Rune's hand slightly better. But being headless here is a little bit awkward. Gee. Sanshoku shove.
Sanshoku, yeah, I guess so. Again, the same problem here. We got a headless question.
If you manage to chi like the Tuto, it works out more often than not here, I feel, but you have to chi it pretty quickly. Or you have to find a Tuto pretty quickly, which you might find here.
Yeah.
Which was stroke of good luck.
Yes, already Tenpai.
So yeah. I feel like a little bit more patience would have served them well here. But you know, they could just draw. Okay, so you can put yourself on Dora weight now, so it all works out, thankfully. But
yeah,
I feel like this is a line that doesn't work out more often than not. In the meantime, there's only one 9-man left.
Correct. Yeah, just a single 9-man left in the wall at this stage. Cheese is going to be keeping both of his. I imagine Mai will be keeping both of his as well because you can work.
Yeah.
So
6-man might come out from Cheese here. If he keeps the 8 so he's on 6 blocks, you can cut like 2-4 pin, but you know, cutting the 2-4 pin over the 6-man 9-man doesn't really make sense. Yeah, so eliminating that Shampon right away. Yep. The Kanchan rather than cutting 6-man 9-man.
Yeah, unfortunately for Rune, if they'd kept the 5 pin Tanki, they would have summoned the Arco 5 pin.
So it is.
Yeah, that's how it goes. This is interesting for Mai.
Oh. Okay. Lucky. Yeah, so Sanshoku Dora, 1000 all. It all works out for Rune. Moving on to East 1-1.
Yep, gets the... Yeah, as you said, it's all worked out, so we get to go again. Hand as well has some good potential. We've got Dora in the Penchan weight already.
This is an interesting situation because normally you'd want to cut the 8-9 so here, but the 8 pin 2 pins probably, yeah. You see the uncle of the 7 so in Toad's hand, and it's just like Rune would never know, but it's you're kind of watching him like stand on his tracks as the train's coming, I think.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. The 1-7 so remaining, and anyone that draws it's gonna want to use it most likely because it's so close to Dora.
And you can see that anyone drawing the 7 so as well is going to be able to use it in one way or another.
Yep.
So Rune must draw it themselves. You could find like an 8 so or a 9 so as well, but yeah, this could lead to disaster.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, I'd say. So yeah, Toad's hand otherwise on this Unco is actually quite fast. It's already Ishanten.
Yeah, the 5 there is actually a really interesting draw because it might put them in a little bit of trouble depending on how Rune's hand develops. 6-pin draw here doesn't really advance their hand at all.
Nope.
In the meantime, Cheese has paired up Chun, so the hand's over.
Hand is done and dusted.
Yeah, hand is over.
Yeah.
In actuality, though, the shapes are there, but the value isn't. So
yeah, like you can obviously pawn the Chuns, but then what else are you doing? You're hoping to find a Dora, because then you're in the same situation as Rune. Obviously you can find Arcas, but it's looking like Chun only if you do end up winning the hand by your opening.
I feel like I really like that 7-pin draw from Toad, but they've chose to cut it. I know there's an 8-pin in the discard pile already, but the easy Tanyao shift was there as well, and you're pretty likely to put yourself onto the 8-pin weight anyway.
Like here we are.
Yeah, like exactly right here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and you could have if you drew exactly this way, you'd be on what 4-7-7 way or 8-pin only. So yeah, it's an interesting line they took. 10 pie nonetheless, though, with 2 Yucca, so it's still valuable. 5-2 is a nice win, especially in this game state, so hopefully it works out for them. But in the meantime, I think everyone's kind of folding around them.
Yeah, it does seem to be that case at this case so far. There's the last 7 in place.
Ooh, unlucky. 8-pin draw for Cheese. I think he smells the danger.
Yeah. You're kind of asking to yourself, where are all the 9 pins?
Forso Nakasuji.
Yeah, good find.
Oh, slowly getting there. It's an interesting situation because Rune could steal 10 pie and put himself on like a Dorotanki and chase him down. The 8-pin comes out though, which is caught by the 5-pin Suji. Riichi Akadora Urasan!
Urasan!
Hanuman! Okay, so these two and the game's already established a little bit of a game state.
Yeah.
Basically, from now, it's like Toad's going to be trying to defend his lead with their dear life.
Yep. Pinfu pals are at negative 230. So, 3 good wins, like plus 80, gets you to plus minus 0 more or less.
And it's really interesting because the cutoff will probably be somewhere around there. Like looking at your scores right now, you've got Darkness Wanderers at 34.3 and Chitoits the Sun by Mun at 20.2. So you can estimate the cutoff to be probably somewhere around there. Riichi again for Toad, and you're thinking if you're watching from the locker room, Darkness Wanderers are like shitting themselves right now.
Yeah.
It's the most unfortunate Oradora flip I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's massive, honestly, this early in the Hanchan, I think. That is tempo.
You would rather it happen earlier rather than later, but like the fact that it happened at all is like this late in the season as well is backbreaking.
Yep.
But Cheese Riichi looking to speed the game along, 5-8-1. Have you done your count yet? What are we looking at?
We're looking at 2 free pins left.
One versus.
Yeah. And...
No, one. Yes, one.
Oh, one. Yep, one.
Yeah.
And it's 4.
Yeah, 1 versus 4 thereabouts. There's another 5-man.
Yeah.
Cheese's weights are also slowly evaporating, but definitely has an edge against some Toad. Oh, the free pin. Oh. I think Mai seeing an opportunity to push there thought they had to go.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case. My taking the risk, unfortunately, not paying off. And yeah, Darkness Wanderer slipping a bit further down early.
It is early, and Mai's yet to have a dealership yet. Like,
Yep.
9,000 is the danger zone. Like, if you're playing on ranked, anything below 10k, you're starting to sweat. But, you know, it's good old Mahjong. Anything can happen.
That's right.
Mai's got two dealerships at minimum and 6 hands left, so there's room for growth, let's say.
Yeah, was rewarded with this very nice starting hand as well, I think. Again, the value's a bit low, but it's fast.
Mai, was it, sorry? Or?
Mai, yeah, Kamicha.
I think, I actually don't think this is going to end up cheap. You're looking at probably somewhere in the range of Reach Pinfu at minimum, and then like you can draw the Reach Pinfu Tanyao, and then there's Dora 4-pin as well, so you'll probably have like Reach Pinfu Tanyao Dora, which is, you know, your nice and easy shortcut to Hanuman. Mangan. But speaking of shortcuts, Rune on the shortcut to Hanuman, Chitoitsu waiting on 1 man. So
Yeah.
Guess it doesn't matter how good your hand looks, someone will beat you to it.
The Rune, I think, started with 4 pairs or 5 pairs. It was a lot of pairs.
I don't remember how many pairs it was. I did see the Uncle 2-pin and kind of just turned my brain off. But she's also tenpaiing. This is tenpai as well for Mai. Drew the one variation where the hand turns out to be cheap. Damo on the 6 though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So it's one 2-pin versus now 2 1-mans versus 1 4-pin. And yeah, Riichi, here's the Tanyao transition. So, the Pinfu transition.
Yeah, makes sense. So good Dharma by Mai, and it does get rewarded.
1 man here for Toad. I don't expect this 1 man to come out very easily.
Alright, we have 4 Riichis.
Whoa! It's Pinfu. Tanyao. Ura! Nash.
No Nash.
So it's only 3-9.
3-9.
It's only 3-9, but it's also plus 4k or something like that. So that was really important.
Yeah, it brings my
that
back
kind of
in.
changes the game state quite considerably. I feel like Mai goes from, oh my god, I need to scramble, to okay, I can play a little bit more normal now.
Yeah, I agree. It's put them in a much more palatable position, I'd say. Is what I'd use.
Yeah, definitely not comfortable, but definitely playable.
Yeah. It does start here with 2 Dora and the Haku pair, so could convert this to another nice little amount of points. She's starting with 8 Jun only. But you do see him, he does hold on to these. Yeah, I did see Kaniko's just popped up in Discord.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, there's you'd like to say there's not much we can do about it, but
I mean, yeah, like we've got rules set up in place, and then we have to follow them when these situations arise. There's not much we can do in that sense. So yeah, Mai does open for Tempai here.
Dropping the
yeah,
the 6-pin for Dora Shampon with 2 man.
Yep.
Hoping to snipe the Mungan, obviously, but I feel like despite it being a little bit, what's the word, distasteful, having to take this weight, you have to, because if you pawn and open for 2k, it's kind of inting. But the win rate on this feels so drastically low.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a 5-pin door is like very rarely going to be thrown by somebody, so you have to hope to sumo it, and you've got no idea if there's any left in the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, taking the Tenpai this early is always good, but just due to the nature of the weight, you're going to get caught up more often than not. But the sumo on the 5-pin 2K 4K is big. Does that put them in second? No, not quite.
Not quite.
100 points away.
But yeah, basically brings it back to where they started. So
yeah, this is a massive recovery though, because they took 2K, then they took 12K, then they took another 29, and then here they are, 3-9 plus 4, then plus 8. So we're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, 100%. Just managed to bring yourself back to where you want to be, more or less. And East 4 already. I'd say already this is our 6th hand, but I do feel like the hands themselves have gone quite quick.
Okay, yeah, I do agree. The game definitely has gone quite quick. You see two pins cut by Mai there, putting Rune's hand in a worse state than where it already was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toad's got the encore of the Hatsu as well, with plenty of door acceptance, so definitely giving the edge to Toad's hand here.
Yep.
But I wonder if Rune's going to start chasing another Chi toy.
3 pairs. Obviously, you've got the choice to pivot here. Depending on if you want to keep accepting pairs, if you want to slim them down to something normal. So yeah, it'll be a good question of how they want to go. You do find some players prefer Chi toys to others.
I think with just how awkward the hand shape actually is, and like the lack of value, Chi toy seems like an obvious option here. Yeah, like the interesting draws, I guess, would be like what happens if you draw 6 so and then 3 so in sequence. But beyond there, it's just like, if you draw an 8 so, the hand's still awkward. You draw a 7-pin, the hand's still bad.
Yeah.
You obviously have the option to just play a little bit defensively and hope the hand passes quietly.
Yeah, and you haven't really drawn almost anything that's helped it. Like, it started so poorly, obviously, but it's not a lot better even, halfway through the second row. You can usually expect at this point someone's probably Ishanten, if not Tenpai, and we just see Toad get to Tenpai. Toad's hand as well just didn't manage to improve.
2-5-pin, yeah? Yeah.
2-5-pin, yeah.
It's Sumo, yeah. It's one of those hands where you're actually kind of surprised that you didn't Tenpai yourself. But Toad obviously seeing the situation and the game state takes a nice easy 2K, speeds the game along. Into South. We started late, but we're definitely speeding along, aren't we?
We are, yeah. If it had started on time, we'd be 25 minutes into the Hanchan at this point. Obviously, we got a 5-minute delay. And yeah, it's just going quite quickly. We see Rune cutting 6-pin first. So flexing a couple choices of how they want to go to hand. They cut the west, so it's not Kokushi. So Chanta or something just like that.
Yeah. I'm seeing Honitsu, honestly. Like, I do see the Chanta lines, but having to cut the 5-6 so it is quite painful. I wouldn't be surprised if like 9-man goes here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like Chanta is actually really low value for this hand. There's obviously Daisangan chances as well.
Yep.
Like that, I feel like Rune would love to pair up an Honor here because that actually makes the hand really easy. Forso actually makes the hand really easy as well.
Yep.
Like it has to be like east south 8-9 pin here.
Yeah, 100% agree. Just cuts the east, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the 8-9 pin go either. Yeah, we see Cheese is already Ishan then, with a lot of potential draws to hit Tenpai here. Otherwise, I don't think anyone else is specifically fast. Mine's what,
Yeah.
2 Shantan?
It kind of looks like Cheese's hand is guaranteed a good way as well. I think. Yeah, this Riichi is really strong. But it also happens to be the cheapest variation of the hands, sadly.
Yeah.
But I think in Rune's position, as dealer, you're taking anything. But oh my god. Oh, the earparts. Oh my god. Rich earparts. Dora Dora. Okay, no aura this time though. It's just a nice and easy Mungun. Toad was Pinfu Powers, yes?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so this is actually a really interesting situation, I think, because Cheese's result doesn't really matter. Because Cheese's de facto
fourth.
I need to reread the rules.
Yeah.
He's always fourth, right?
Correct, yeah. He's always taking
So
fourth.
yeah. So the Uma balance, you can't take a fourth here for Mai and Rune. Is that right?
Correct.
Like no matter what, yeah.
No matter what, even if Cheese was to win the Hanchan, he takes de facto fourth Uma.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're in a really interesting spot then, because Mai and Rune can kind of play a little bit recklessly if they want to. I don't know what the discussion with their teams were, whether or not they should be hard shoving for higher placements, or if they should be playing defensively. But this match will probably break things open for the standings, I feel like.
Yep. Yeah, and this is not looking great for Chitoitsu. Now, with the guaranteed fourth, you're already down to 4,000 points. Through no fault of Cheese, it has to be said.
Yeah, he's taken some pretty good reaches and have just lost them.
Yep.
It's been a very volatile game. So do they... Chitoitsu, they take a flat -50, right? Like, they don't take Cheese's result on top of that?
I'm pretty sure they do take Cheese's result. I have to double check the
Oh,
rules, I guess.
I'm fairly certain they take a flat -50.
It might be flat -50.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rune advancing to Ishanten. Hatsu, probably, hopefully Dora, rather. 147 weight would be pretty nice there. But Toad's also pushing along. Ishanten as well. Chunnan, hopefully? Question mark?
Yeah, it's looking like this. Would love to maybe... I want to say calm, but it's going to be a bit far. You have to find the third Chun first. Like, there's been few battles. You just want to, like, obviously you want to win the Hanchan first, but, like, any more points is just butter on top. Does Tenpai. I was trying to see if I could quickly find the rules, but I think I'm going to have to scroll up way too far. There we are. Read the rules. That is not where I want that to go. And yeah, Toad does sumo, unfortunately, on the 9-pin, which is unfortunate, but we'll take any win they can get. So that was Nan only.
Up to 51 though, so I forget how this works. It's effectively +5 from where they are, right? -25 +30. So it's 50, 55, 56-ish. Which is still slightly too far, so they need to keep going.
Yeah, it just says, I'm just reading the rules real quick. It is this -50 to their overall score, so it might just be the negative flat 50, as you said.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was just the flat 50.
Yeah. Alright, sorry. So I'm fully concentrating back on the game again.
Having a look around, no one's hand looks overly expensive.
No.
Toad's hand is slightly on the slower side. Rune could definitely be quite volatile here. Cheese and Maya probably a little bit sad with their hands currently as well.
Yeah. Again, Cheese's hand is looking like it's just gonna be like if you refuse to open this, it's gonna be very slow. If you open, it's gonna be stuck to Haku with no Dora, and you have to hope to draw an Akadora. Toad's hand looks like he wants it to go Chitotsu. 4 pairs, and there's just not been keeping those connecting tiles.
Yeah, the 3-pin there definitely confirms the Chitotsu route probably. The 7-pin draw here is really good.
This is great. This gives Runa a Shanshoku chance.
Probably just weighing, taking a moment to weigh up options like 6-man, 3-man, even. I think some people would have looked at breaking the 6-8 shape there, but breaking the 6-8 shape there is probably a little int. So,
No, I like this.
yeah, taking probably the best step forward here. You rip 6-pin, then you reach, you rip a 7-so, then you reach, you rip a 9-pin, you probably still
You still reach,
you can probably dumb it. You can probably dumb it that. Reach nothing in this game state's a little bad.
I mean, even if you reach the 9, oh no, you don't get the pin through. No.
Reach nothing in this game state's actually really bad.
Yeah, no, yeah. We definitely don't want the Riichi only.
Yeah, Harder Spy is obviously getting 2 Tenpai though.
Yeah, as we can see.
Sakagiri, the second 3-man now, just understanding that the 3-man's never going to be involved in the hand.
Yeah, like unless again you want to take this step back and cut the 6-8, so yeah, you're never going to be using it, so just cut it.
Yeah, very, very slight backfire here, but like, in your heart of hearts that like you were never going, 1, 2, 3 or 3, 4, 2, 3, 4s, pin through here. So during that 2-man, kind of just turn your blinders on and don't really worry about it.
Yeah.
During nothing but Manzu, eh?
Yeah, so far this whole row has been Manzu. Throws the 5-man as well.
I feel like we've had the same issue all around the table though. Like, Toad's chasing this Tanyao that doesn't really eventuate, cuts tons of pins in their discards. Cheese is still floating about trying to progress his hand. There's, obviously drew the red 5, but you want a little bit more than just the red 5 here. And Mai's kind of just sitting around quietly as well.
Yeah, Mai's been stuck on this sort of Ryankan Penchan wait and just not found anything. Ended up cutting away another Penchan, but yeah, down to the last 10 discards. Rune continues to draw Manzu tiles.
Yeah, what a boring hand.
Yeah, just a whole lot of nothing here. Boom. Cheese takes the Haku, the first Haku that's come out of the wall. That is not Tempo. It is Ishan Tendo. That is also Ishanten for cheese. Freeman is, I mean, you'd think it'd be fine. Ah, no, cheese was already tempo, of course. I just don't believe in Kanchan tempos.
Ew, Kanchan Tenpai.
Oh, no.
This is a disaster.
Yeah, there's no other way to cut it, really, is there?
Yeah. But from Mai's point of view, it's like, it's glorious. You came back from like 9k, you're sitting on, nice juicy second place.
Yeah.
If your team's feeding information back to you, that Luxshitters just took a -40. So I feel like in Mai's situation, you're feeling pretty comfortable here. Obviously, you don't want to let your guard down all too soon, but you're feeling good about yourself right now.
Yeah, you just want to try and take a little bit more gap from Rune. You'd really like to win this hand. and that would make your all last just a lot more easy to deal with. But other than that, yeah, no, you're very happy. I think like you can hold aspirations of catching Toad here, but I think you're just happy to take the second in this Hanchan.
Here's the Chun. The pawn opportunity is given to Toad. It takes the pawn. Choosing to go headless. Or rather, cutting the potential Nobetan for later. Rune's given a Tanyao opportunity here. Takes it.
Yeah. Oh, 7 pin's good for Toad.
Yeah, the 7 pin's insane, actually. But it's still headless Ishanten, so hoping to pair up before they Tenpai. Or pairing up would give them Tenpai, but hoping not to put themselves on a Tunky weight, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 quick calls for cheese. Ishanten now as well, but bottlenecked by the 7, so.
Yep.
Does the draw... Yeah, does the Dora draw do anything here for my... Chitoy, I guess?
Chitoy, yeah, gives Chitoy options. Ishanten.
Yeah,
I feel like going for Chitoy here is sad. Like, I feel like so often you just get stuck and then nothing happens with the hand when it has the potential to be something regular.
Chitoy is definitely one of those hands, but it's even worse on this table specifically when you see, you know, there's 2 calls to your right, 2 calls opposite you, 2 calls to your left. It's like, you know, Chitoy is going to be one of the slowest hands on the table, but you know, just looking at the draws, there's not really much they could have done about it. Like Chitoy is obviously the best option here. You're just sad that your Dora free hand had to be a Chitoy hand.
Yeah.
Chi?
We see him, cutting away the free, so not even giving aspirations or anything else here. Just commit to the Chitoy des Tempai.
Riichi.
So you cut the 6-0, a 6-man, Tempai, and then that will deal in. And that is all last. And Rune did close the gap a little bit to my here.
Yeah, so this is a 1k wins the game essentially.
Yep.
Obviously, it doesn't win the game because Toad's so far in the lead, but this next 1,000 points is going to mean quite a lot for the standings. Yep. It is the difference between Darkness Wanderers falling out of the top 8 or staying in the top 8.
Yes.
I was about to say through 10 double Riichi climbing into the top 8, but it's slightly not. It's just barely not enough, I think.
Yeah, it shouldn't be quite enough, although... No, it should be okay. Oh, it depends, I guess, on the other games. But with Chitoitsu losing 50... And then assumingly... You take a third... Oh, yeah, no, it's not going to quite be enough. Yeah, you're right. Math is hard. But, yeah, so, I mean, Rune wasn't given much to work with here. Like, just in terms... They had, like, a lot of Yakuhai, Hanchans, etc., etc. So the hand isn't immediately fast to try and take a win straight away. So it's given Mai some time to figure out where their hand is going, because their hand also is quite slow.
Yeah, if Rune is able to fill that 3-pin Kanchan, the hand accelerates, like it is drastically faster. But meanwhile, you see the Hatsu Pon come out from Toad, and now you're worried because it's just like, well, I don't know if I have the speed to match this hand.
Yeah.
And you can see Toad's in a pretty strong Ishanten as well. They can pawn, 2 Shanten. They can pawn quite a few tiles, and is given the option to Toy here, which they do take. So yeah, you know, you see 2 calls come from your right, and it's just like, oh no, I can't do anything with this hand.
Yeah, It's just gonna be a little bit too slow, I think.
It's going to be interesting to see if Toad takes this 8-pin tree. That's gonna come out from Rune sooner or later.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at, you already see the 1 pin is 1 left, the 9 pin's 1 left. Obviously, you're not cut up if you don't win this hand, but you don't want my winning it, really.
You're only cut up if Mai wins the hand. Like, it would be Mai specifically. Yeah, so like, you can probably expect to see the 8-pin go here. Tuso is obviously an option as well, but it's 8-pin Tuso here.
Yeah, so Tuso goes first.
Yeah, so we delay the option 1 more turn.
Yeah. I think I mean, you cut 8-pin here, right? When are you ever using this 8-pin?
Oh yeah, the 8-pin certainly goes now.
I think maybe you're holding it to try and get Sanshoku this long. No, the 7 man does go. Like, I guess, like, I'm trying to think of any other reason why you keep the 8-pin this long. Do you think Toad's just, maybe he reads Pinzu?
It could also just be, it could also just be cutting the 7 man now because you don't want to, you're not expecting to use it later. The 6-9 so, the 9 so's are dead. If you keep the 7, you're basically saying I'm going to draw a 6-so or a 7 man. Like the 7 man doesn't actually increase all too many acceptance rates there.
I guess not, yeah.
Yeah.
Toad does pass.
Here's the pawn. Yeah. So 10 pi, 1 pin, 9 pin now. There's one of each?
One of each, yeah. So yeah, luckily for Toad, I guess none of the other players need the 1 pins and 9 pins. Mai is also 10 pi on this Hanchan Freeman, but with no Yaku.
Oh, it's getting spicy. I do the one so she came really early, right?
It was very early. Oh, Jesus, Dylan.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll never get to know why. Nice and easy Toy Hatsu for not really easy, was it? It was pretty big fight to get there.
It was worked. So yeah, big win here for Pin 3 Pals plus 76 is massive. They have been on a bit of a hot streak recently. A second for Mai and Darkness Wanderers is very good for them.
Yeah,
as you said, we'll put them into top 8 with Rune taking a 3rd and she's taking a 4th here. So I'm just checking to see what's happening here. Yeah, so we're gonna see if Toad wants an interview. Do you need to jump out to handle admin stuff?
Yeah, I'll probably start trying to admin.
Yeah.
But yeah, sign up to IROMC.
Yeah, I did go into that at the start of the stream. Sign up to
Cool,
IRMLC,
cool.
and yeah, look for the top 16. That's gonna be on next week as well.
Yeah. I don't really have any other comments.
No worries.
Do your best, guys.
Thanks for joining SVT.
No, of course. I'll see you later.
See ya. Hello, Toad.
Hi.
Hello. Yes.
How you doing?
I'm
Good,
doing well. How are you doing? That was a very well played Hanchan for you.
Oh, thank you. I have to say it's probably made up for some terrible Hanchans earlier in this series. So.
Pinfu Pals have been on a bit of a tear.
Oh.
You guys
Yeah,
have
well.
been pulling a lot of good wins together recently. We've had a couple of you guys. Oh God. Can I not look at replays? Is it bugged again?
Oh no. Penhorse says, open URL negative log.
Oh God. All right. Well, I guess I mean, I guess I'll give it a minute and see if it ends up working. In the meantime, yeah, obviously this all started with your very early Hanuman.
Well, that was just luck.
Yeah, I mean,
You're talking about the one with the 3 Ura?
The free Ura, the Ura-san, yep.
that was total luck.
100% skill.
Well, I mean, if memory serves, it was reach only with 2 Arcars, so I was like, whatever. But then it was like, oh yeah, 3 extra Dora. Okay, fine.
Yeah. No, it was. I mean, when we saw the hand sort of come together, we're like, well, obviously it was Riichi this. You've got Riichi to Dora. That's good enough. And the Ura is just sort of the cherry on top, right?
Pretty much. I think it just spiraled from there, honestly.
Yeah. So obviously you guys are trying to make a comeback into the top 8. So were you always coming into this Hanchan gonna be playing aggressively? Like it was. I feel like this Hanchan was played very, very quickly and very aggressively by pretty much all the players, I think.
Just sort of saw the chance and went, you know what? Let's go with this. I feel, ooh, a lot of wind tunnel happening there.
Sorry,
Yeah. I guess the only real thinking when I sort of saw the shapes coming together really was, I guess in a lot of the past games in the league, I've been playing very, I would say, more defensively, more careful. But when I saw the opportunity, I just think, let's just go with it, see what happens.
Yeah, because I think in East 1, the first hand and the second hand, you both times reached on Penchan or Hanchans. Like, just
that was just yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think
Go on.
all I was going to say is I think quite recently I've been playing very efficiency minded, so if I'm trying to go for like 2-sided weights often or something like that, and I'm just like 9 out of 10, it hasn't been working out, so I think I'll try something, do something different, see how it goes, but you know, make of that what you will.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I can't bring up the hands, but the other only interesting one I can think of off the top of my head was in South 1. I think you were the 4th person or 3rd person to reach into that 4 Riichi hand, or were you first?
He was the last one.
I was the last. I was last. But that, honestly, that was just. It'd be funny. Let's just let's go. That was my only thinking for that call. Was just it would be funny. That's it. There's nothing more to it than that. It was strictly for show. I didn't care. It was just. It'd be funny.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I mean, it's worked out obviously. You caught Cheese on a bad day where all he could do was deal in on all these Riichis, so.
I think that one though I dealt into my hand.
No, you were also Riichi that one, but there was a couple of us where you weren't, but yeah. Yeah, well, I guess we can't look at the rest of the game, so I'll leave it here. Well played to you. Well played to King Fu Pals. I hope the winning ways continue for you guys.
Yeah, pass on all that momentum to Havra.
I'll pray for good flow for the next Hanchan.
Yeah.
No worries, thanks Toad.
Thanks, Toad.
All right,
Have
thank
a good
you.
night.
See
ya. Alrighty, thanks to Toad for jumping in. Yeah, we will take roughly a 5-minute break here, and then we'll be back with the next games. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Alrighty, we're back. Thank you for your patience. We are waiting now for the next table here to begin. Let me update the commentator list there real quick. Thanks for SBT for joining. Last game, man, is a lot of energy on the commentary desk. do enjoy his commentary. Yeah, so here we are. We have Jace starting here for 4 Geese, followed by Shinra for Kohaku Rangers, Axel for Furitan Double Reach, and Aniteku for the Luck Shitters. Luck Shitters have taken our current cutoff spot now at 30 points after the last set of games. Chitosi dropped down to 9th, Furitan Double Reach dropped down to 10th, and Pinfree Pals came all the way up to 12th. I'm sure there was some other movement, but obviously that's just from the game that we saw. Didn't get a lot of chance to look at the other scores, but everything's been updated on the overlay. So
Yeah, it looks like unfortunately Tile Dreaming took a third, so they're still a bit away from catching up as well.
Yeah. 4 Geese took a first, Kaku took a first, and Ichiruchi Fingers took a first. So, yeah. Ichiruchi Fingers all the way up to 5th. After the start of S season was a bit lackluster. The defending champs still showing that they have what it takes.
And Kohaku Rangers just racking more and more points.
Yeah, Kohaku Rangers have definitely shown themselves to be a very strong team, so it'll be interesting going into the playoffs and the finals, if they make it that far. And we do have Shinra here tonight for Kohaku Rangers, so I have to see how they play the rest of this week out. I mean, their lead at this stage is not unbreakable, but it's pretty substantial.
Yeah, I think they'll just play it like they have the whole season. I'm gonna assume.
I think that's what you would assume, right? There's no reason to change what's been working.
But yeah, definitely the key players to watch here are Axel and Annie.
Yeah. Axel and Annie playing Futen Double Reach and Luxiders are playing around the cutoff here, so it'll be very interesting to see who places over who, and then what that means for our standings going into the last night of games tomorrow. As well as we have Jace here, who is obviously 4 Geese in 3rd. They're pretty comfortable, but not unassailable. But also, every point will matter going forward, including in the top 8. If you do make it to the top 4, your points get halved, so you want every point you can get.
Should be hopping in any second now.
There
Here we go.
Alright, so a lot of very standard hands here quickly is what I'm noticing. Anitek finds the Hatsu pair, so never mind. Anko, right? Not a pair. I like the Axel's hand here straight away as well. We've got an Ipeko chance. We've got Ryamans everywhere.
Yeah, immediately cut the Dora and backfires 2 turns later.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it, because like it felt like it was the most sticking out tile other than probably the Haku. Unless they drew the Haku, then you would have cut the Haku. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was an autopilot.
Yeah, it was probably just it's like, oh,
Haku.
North, who cares about North wins? Exactly, yeah. Just hoping to give them an out. Maybe there was some sort of rationality. So, Anitek's got this potential 789 Sanshoku coming to go along with the Hatsu Anko. Obviously could be a Chanter on top of that, if you find something to go with it.
Oh, there's nice and 8 so there. So just looking for the 7 man. Meanwhile, Arsenal also got Ishan 10 now for that Ipeko.
Yeah. Did manage to find an Anko of the fruit. Oh Jesus, that is so terrifying.
Then he just... Yeah, Dharma, if he picks up any terminal honor, he can pick up Chancer as well, which would be massive.
Yeah, unfortunately, already from the south, 1 so and 1 man, so you can't really use those, but plenty of others to go with. Like a north wind, which is already 2 cut. Alright, so Shinra now Ishan turn.
Oh. Picked the wrong Arca to wait on.
Actually, that reminds me of that first hand from your last Hanchan where Rune picked the wrong Tunky and missed the Arca 5-pin as well. Anyway. We'll have to see how long he wants to wait, because obviously you don't want to wait too long and it'll give someone a chance to catch up. Does go
Riichi.
on the Tunky 3-pin. So it is dead, first of all. But Axels could come.
Yeah, especially with that 8-man drop.
The 8-man drop.
Before the 3-pin was the pair for the hand, but... Oh, Suanko Ishan 10. 3-man and 4-man are both 1 chance.
We going.
And does push it.
We ballin'. How alive is
We
this?
ballin'.
3-pin's
3-pin's
dead.
dead. 4-pin is 1 left. 7-man is 1 left.
About average odds for a Solanko then.
Shinra still keeping his Ishan 10.
Got Sanshoku chance now as well.
Yeah, got a nice upgrade there as well.
This is the Sanshoku.
Oh, it does get Tempai.
We'll take the Tempai, obviously. So this is now a bit awkward for Arc with 2 Riichis. You've only got pairs and Ankos.
Well, I just see a 9-man drop, and yeah, we do. So 1 Forso wait for Shinra. 1 is actually dead on the board. Also, we see an Anko in Jace's hand, so 1 left.
That's Tempai for Chitoitsu, but not wanting to cut the Friso.
Actually, like, probably one of the worst tiles to discard into these discards.
Yeah.
But Shinra does manage to simmer the Forso for Riichi Simmer Pinfu time Yao after. Very nice Mangan, continuing where he left off last Hanchan.
Yeah. Good start for Shinra. Continues the winning ways. And gets their first dealership with acceptable hand, I'd say.
Yeah, not too bad. It just end up being a Pinfu with a Doris. Not bad.
Yeah, 7 so would be the ideal draw, obviously, to go with this hand. No, just cuts the door away. We're just going to go for full speed.
Looking elsewhere, not too much going around for the others. We have a Chun pair for Annie, and Jace's hand is not too bad. Can build off of quite easily.
Yeah, not a lot of value here. And there's very little. I mean, there's no other Doras drawn. There's no Arcas in at all at this stage.
4 pairs for Annie now. Oh, and a backfire on the 7. So.
Yeah, but just drop 2 so. Does keep the 7 so. Yeah, Jace's hand is coming along nicely here. I do like this. That's why you don't listen to Veggie and cut 2 so, by the way.
Yeah, back into Ishan 10 for Shinra.
Yeah. Still 2 door left in the wall to draw, so not all is lost.
I do wonder if he gets the 6-9 pin if he just for return Riichi. I would love to see it.
That would be an interesting decision.
Ishan 10 for Jace.
Yeah, Jace now only left with the hanging 6-man.
And Shinra, not wanting to be freaking, cuts away the Ryangman.
Okay, well, I guess that answers that. We will.
Shun gets passed from Annie.
I think that's more than acceptable. Looks like it might just end up as a pair weight of some kind.
Jay's just the Dashi, the whole men's. Oh, nice upgrade there for Pinfu. Chances, and Annie's also Ishan 10 now. Same with Arxel with that 6-pin pair up, Ishan 10 for Cheetor.
Yeah, it's hands heating up. Someone will be reaching very soon, I think. Although, yeah, we are down to 20 tiles left. Third row is well underway. Anitech does not pass the second Chun, does take Tenpai.
3-6 mana is one left in the wall.
Yeah, and now that's put Shinra in a tough spot because this 3 month that they've hung on to until now will come out.
It was just a cheap 1,000 though.
Yeah, Chun only does move the dealership along. And we start with Arxel's first dealership here. This time they get the Chun pair. They have
Akudora, one
Yeah.
in Annie's hand.
do see I like Jason's hand again here. Shinra's is a bit slow. 3 months, nice start for that.
Yeah. That's a nice 2 so draw for Annie. 2 Shanten.
Yeah, so both Arxel and Annie now still on 23,000 points here, so who will break away first? Okay, so that gives Jason Ipeko shape.
Very interesting choice here. You can like try and trim down the terminals. That's what Jace decides to do. Or you could throw like an 8 mana and just lock the Ipeko. I like this, gives a bit of flexibility.
Yeah, I think 1 man might have been my instinct to throw here as well. So we see here.
Could take Ishanten with an 8-pin drop. Which he does.
Yeah, okay, I don't mind this either. Obviously, if you do hit either of these 10 pies, you lose the Ipeko, but.
Yeah, the 8 so would be an awkward draw for just Riichi only. Rikaku's still in the wall.
Yeah. 4 pairs for Anitech, still 3 pairs for Arxel. Oh, now we have a Chunanko.
Let's see, Shanten. Surprised he went for the 2-pin drop. 1 4-pin would have been nice. But does get Tenpai here on the 3-6 mark. 2 left.
Yeah. 2 left. Jace finding a Tenpai here would be dangerous. Unless they manage to read the danger.
Oh, that's one of the better Tenpais, waiting on the Kanchan Foreman. But doesn't matter, as Axel does sumo his Chun only, does keep his dealership, which is nice.
I'll second Chun Nomi in a row.
Praise be.
Praise be the Chun. So, East 3-1. We start here with Jace Ishanten.
Yeah, could even upgrade to a potential 4-5-6 Sanshoku if he's lucky.
Mm.
We see Annie, the only one once again with the Honor Dora.
Yeah, and it's the East Dora. It's so awkward, I feel like, to have these. Like, just have one.
Yeah.
So let's see how the Easts get involved in this hand. That's a great 8-man for Shinra. Ishanten.
10, yep.
Axel's hand as well. It started looking pretty alright, but just has not found much to work with so far. Jace's Ishanten hasn't moved yet.
Upgrade there for Pinfu.
Yep. Which is nice because, yeah, as it was, the hand was going to be a bit cheap if you'd gone with the earliest Tempai, but now...
No,
not Tempai. Yeah. But, no, I was going to say you could get Tanya, you're still a bit off that as well. So Axel Ishanten. No, not Ishanten.
Ishanten.
Yeah, now Ishanten.
Now Ishanten.
Cuts away to West.
With the 4-5-6 Sanshoku chance and Tanya. Oh, but Tempai for Jace on the 2-5-8 pin for Riichi Pinfu.
Free left.
Yes, looks like it. So Axel just really wishing Shinra had a 5 so that they could discard it against Butsu.
You're happy to just take that. Well, there is one, but you're not gonna. Oh, well, you could throw it, but choosing to obviously use better
Yeah,
tiles.
8-man's safe as well.
Yeah, yeah. Eight man again. We've got a west wind, which should be safe. Eight pin comes.
Oh, yeah, and he went to keep the Ishanten for potential K10, but unfortunately deals in on the one chance 8 pin for Riichi Pinfu Uro.
Yep. All right, and that does end Axel's dealership. And starts Anitex, who does deal in and does fall a little bit behind early.
Yeah, into his first dealership now, but it's not looking that good with Shinra with a quick East pawn and very nice Dushanten.
Yeah, Jace's hand as well is quite fast.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Anitex again stuck here with like his Kanchan and maybe a Penchan. Like it's just.
Yeah, it's not looking too good.
Yep. One Sodora, and we only see one. Now that's Ishanten for Shinra, choosing which block to cut and goes with the 5-6 man, 5-6-0. Jace does find a Dora, so we'll cut away the 9-8 man Penchan. Door
Ooh,
repair.
another door.
Even better.
Shinra getting a nice upgrade there with the 4-pin. Can now also pawn the 9-pin if it comes out. And Annie managing to draw some tiles with some transition to Tanya. And with these two calls, now Tenpai on the 2-man, 7-man sharp on. So really nice for Annie there, managing to catch up to Shinra.
Yep, that was really well done. Managing to see that needing to catch up and going just before Shinra hits Tenpai here on the 2-5-1.
So 3 left for both of them, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
no.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but Tenpai for Jace on the Kanchan 4-pin for Riichi, Door 2, and the box is
that was the last 4-pin.
Yes, it was. Riichi Patsumo, Dora 2 doesn't hit an Ura for Hanaman, but yeah, very bad for Annie there and really nice to chase.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And having to eat the penalty there for being dealer as well is very painful. And we go now to South round very quickly into this Hanchan, 15 minutes or so.
Yep, Jace with the pair of Souths. But a nice hand coming along here for Shinra. Has a Hatsu pair with a Dora and decent tiles to pawn.
Yep. This could be a very quick open here for Shinra, I think.
Ooh, Ishan 10 for Chitoi as well.
Chitoi Ishanten with a Dora potential weights. Two Shanten for Axel. Shinra open. So we're gonna go for Toi Toi with the 3-man cut.
Yeah, surprised that they didn't even just drop the 6 so. To accept like another 3-man, just like the Hatsu Azuke. Just full committing.
Yeah. So not a Chitoi enjoyer, I guess, Shinra.
Ace's hand isn't progressing too badly. Would really like that South, but it looks like he passed the first one from Axel.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it would have limited it to a South-only hand, but...
Yeah, there's not much more you can hope for
No.
with this hand. Meanwhile, Axel is Ishan 10, Fitsuki on the 3-man and the 6 so.
Yeah, still Ishanten. Been Ishanten for a bit here.
Ooh, 8-pin pawn. Tenpai for Shinra on the Hatsu 2-man Champon.
2 Hatsus left. Which could work against you if you draw a Hatsu this late and you don't see any. You might not want to throw it unless you've got a lot of value to work with, which I don't really think. I guess Axel does with 2 Dora.
Yeah.
Anitek is also really wanting a 3-man.
Once Chun did get discarded by Axel.
Yeah. So not too worried, I guess so. I guess it's also a little interesting, but you do see that Shinra did cut an 8-man, so there's no Sun Shoku worries.
That is Tenpai for Axel. Dama's on the 3-6-man. Is Genbutsu and Tsuji to the opened hand by Shinra.
It's Tenpai for Jace as well, but no Yaku.
Okay, Hanchans expand. That's Ishan 10 for Annie.
Hmm.
Still 2 Hatsus. There's an upgrade for Axel. Now has a Dharma Mangan.
A lot of danger on this board. Both south still in the wall as well? No, one south is still in the wall.
Oh, there's a 3-1. Deals into the pin to Dora 3 Arca of Axel and flips their points, essentially.
Yeah. That early 3-man cut coming back to bite Shinra. So yeah, point flip situation here. So Shinra now in third. Obviously Kahaku Ranger's not hurting for points, but you don't want to bleed them away. Starts with 2 Hatsu here. We have a Dora unconnected. But I'm looking at these other hands, and there's a lot of very fast hands on this table.
Yeah, potentially expensive. Look at Annie with a potential Junchan Sanshoku Dora. Draws on the upper Sozu side though, so yeah, it does have to cut the 3-man there.
So, kind of committing to the 1-man pair here.
Yep, and Jace here also with the potential Sanshoku Tanyao Pinfu.
Axel did start with a lot of Manzu, and I was wondering maybe there was this one play, but nah, just going full efficiency here.
Yeah. Nice also fine for us. Shinra managing to connect to the Dora and find themselves an Aka 5-man now. So Ishan 10 potential 3-4-5 Sanshoku. Shinra's hand really has developed well in the past 3 turns.
Yep, it's pretty much come together, right? You can open now for the Hatsus, but you can also open for your Sanshoku.
Even finds a nice upgrade there. Ooh, Forcer for Jace puts him in a massive Ishan 10.
Very wide. And that is not one of them.
That is not one of them. But he has a decision now. Could keep the Salmon Chan in the Sozu. I think typically the widest would be to throw away like the 8-so or the 5-so.
So this is interesting. Because now you have another Sanshoku option, but it's kind of slow. Yeah.
Could have gone with the 4-man and keep both the 5, 6, 7 and 6, 7, 8 open. But I guess the 5, 8-man no baton weight is a bit more dead. Ugh. These hands are so awkward to play.
Yeah,
there's like 3-10 chances everywhere. You're like, just give me 10 pie.
Yeah. Oh, there's the 7 so for Anitech. So that will
be... yeah, 10 pie under 1-4 pin.
Yeah. Tuck away the 1 pins, which are 1 left in the wall.
Yep, and that's the only weight left for him.
Yeah.
Once cut Haku.
Yeah, that's a little
doesn't want to push it. Yeah, very suspicious hand for Annie, but now the Haku's cleared.
East as well is 1 cut?
Yes. Oh, Tenpai offered to Shinra. Does take it, but will he Mawashi? Nah, he does another 1-pin to Takame. Riichi Junchan. No Ura, but a sizable Mangan deal in there. And suddenly Shinra finds himself in 4th place going into South 3.
Yeah, that's massive. When the leader loses, everyone below them gains. Kind of. So South
On
Korea.
to yep.
And that was
Axel's last dealership just throws the Dora
Throws
win
the
once
Dora.
again.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like all of his hands are a little awkward, like Shinra's, I guess, and Jace is the Hatsu pair, but yeah, just throws the Dora.
Yeah, Jace's hand is pretty straightforward. You know, on the Hatsu, get Axel off his dealership, could also upgrade to a potential Itsu with Pinfu.
Mm.
And he's just gonna have a whole first row of honors discards.
Yeah, so far. There we go. Does cut the North away. Does and Jace does cut the 8-pin, so at least for now.
Okay, doesn't leave open the Pinfu Itsu shift. Just
Hmm.
taking that Ishanten. 3-pin for Shinra. So this is the 7-man cut. Mostly to lock the Tanyao, I guess. Not like a 9-man
Yeah.
draw. I think normally you just see a 6-0 cut.
East pair for Jace, but yeah, like I feel like you're never gonna use it.
Yeah, no, it's completely dead already.
Yeah. I guess you just...
Ormans and nice upgrade to Axel. Roundman.
Yeah, going for Tanya only, just to try and retain the dealership. But there's the Chi from Jace. Tenpai Arazuke on the Hatsu.
Both in the wall. That's Tenpai for Axel as well on the 5-8 man, which is 4 left in the wall.
Yeah, so obviously better odds here for Axel. But I guess Axel probably would shove the Hatsu if they drew it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're never ever gonna use it.
This is just a fight for first.
Yeah.
Ooh, 8 man to get eaten up by Shinra Ishanten.
Yep, and Ani Tech opens now on the Arca 5-pin. Oh, there's an Amar.
Yeah, nice win there for Axel. Gets temporary first place. Gets another dealership. Opens up quite a nice hand here.
Yeah, this is what you want to see. Decent odds here to go again.
Yeah,
Any
it's
tech-
a West pair.
Any tech with a pair of double south.
Yeah, I might see it come out from Shinra soon. I thought it may have stayed if Shinra decided to at least keep the Honetsu open. But looks like there's just going to be a standard hand. South does get given over to Annie Tech. Oh, but Aka 5 serve for
That's big.
Jace is nice. His hand was also quite nice opening up. Oh, but Tenpai.
Yep. Ani Tech found the 8-pin, I'm pretty sure, to find the pair.
Yeah, the best tile for that Pinfu, potential Tanya.
Yeah. So 4 left in the wall this early is pretty good for Shinra.
That's Ishanten for Axel. We'll see how much he wants to push this. Doesn't have many fake tiles as it was a turn for Riichi.
Yep. Not wants to play the 8, so Just trying to calculate here. So Shinra's obviously Tenpai here for Riichi, Pinfu, Dora. 4-pin is Tan Yao. Sumo is Mangan.
So 1 4-pin, 2 1-pins left.
Yes.
We saw Jace also not keep Ishan 10 going with the 7-man drop. We see a 9-man?
9-man,
1
9-man.
chance? Oh, no chance actually.
Yep, no chance. All the 7-mans are on the board, so...
Annie wanting to keep his Ishan 10 could go with 6-0 drop his Nakasuji, and you might get a 3-0 chi quite easily later on.
Yeah, I'd like 6 here. And he does not, he plays a 5-pin. Simagiri. Sixer does come after her. So.
Yeah, 1 4-man is quite live and would be the Dora Mitagi.
Yeah. There's still 3 left in the board.
Still 3 weights, yeah.
Yeah. Seeing this Riichi, I think you've got decent odds, but all 3.
Ooh, there's Tenpai for Annie.
Goes with the 1-man. Yep, okay.
So 4-man 7-pin is 1 left.
Down to the last 10 here.
Where are the 1 4-pins? So it'd be a really big win if Shinra is able to get this.
The wall is gonna scam again. Axel goes for a Chi-10 attempt here. Quite fast still.
I think also shifted Paite away from Shinra with that chi.
Shifted
Oh,
Sumo
but
to
Annie
that.
fine. Finds the last 7-pin and does now put him like 4,000 points from first.
Yeah, it's big. Or last year. First is up for grabs. Shinra.
Yeah, Annie. Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, Shinra's 15,000 off third.
Yeah, might just shove for Honitsu here. Or could also just pack it up. Just win whatever you can, save all your
Yeah.
points. But I think with these draws, you can at least
You can reasonably go for
keep the
Honitsu.
Honitsu open. Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone else is really nice hands. We already have an Ishan 10 here for Jace with an Arca, and Annie Tech with 2 Arca, and if they're lucky, they could try and open up for a Tanya to cash that in.
Yeah.
Axel also Ishan 10 and can upgrade to Tanya as well if he connects to the Pinzu.
Jace, Ishan 10.
10 pi for Axel. Any win would be first place, so will he take this Riichi? He does not.
Goes with
Hoping
this.
for an improvement elsewhere.
Yeah. Ooh, Khan. 9
Oh,
man.
picks up the Haku!
That's massive for Shinra. Ishan 10 now as well.
Oh, Ishan 10 for Annie. Could just see like a 5-man cut here, and I like that he went with that.
Yeah, I think you're not too worried about it getting called either.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you draw a 3-pin for Tenpai and you have to cut both archers, like,
Mm.
you still have Riichi Dora 1 with a Dora Takame. And with Shinra's calls, you sort of just want to get Tenpai ASAP, and that is Tenpai. After 5-pin Riichi would be actually nuts if you went with that and wait on 3-pin. It might actually be the best play with 4-pin being 2-cut already. And he does go for it. Yes, I love it. I love it. Tenpai for Jace as well.
Does not want to.
Doesn't take it.
Yeah.
Oh?
Oh man, 3-pin
Might see
looks
it.
so good.
A1's Dora.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it? Might just see a 5-pin. Okay, Amon. Okay, alright. Takes the... Actually, that's Tenpai, but no Yaku on the Kanchan 4-pin.
Boom.
Tenpai as well
Oh.
for Shinra. And the Kanchan Forso.
Yeah, Hakuhatsu, Honitsu. If he sumos
Still not enough,
12,
right?
13, I think it's just under. Would love to pick up a Toy maybe in these last few turns. Unfortunately, the West are locked in Axel's hand.
Boom.
Oh, but the Forza comes out from Annie and a direct hit
Yeah.
will give Shinra 3rd place.
That does bring it into the Hanchan, and Jace does eke out the win by 400 points over Axel 2nd. Shinra 3rd and Anitek 4th means we will see Luckshitters take a bump here, while Furitan Double Reach does gain some towards the top of the table.
Yeah. Not sure if we want to do interviews. Like, Tenno's
Yeah.
logs are just
So now
absolutely
Logs are
dead.
screwed. So I think we will probably forego the interviews tonight.
But that was a very exciting Hanchan.
That was, yes.
Like, even on here, we see only 400 points separating Jace and Axel. And Axel is really glad that Shinra won Annie. Like we mentioned, that Hanchan, at least for the top 8, was really between Axel and Annie.
Yep. It was, it does mean a lot. Yeah, no, we do see, so in the other games here, Havra for Pin Free Pals did take a negative 50. So that's not great for Pin Free Pals.
Oh. Unfortunate. And yeah, I think this is the last game that's still running in South 3. We have Chiral for Junkin Ron, currently in 1st, and MWW for Junkin Pom in 2nd. So the Britons are putting in work this table.
Meanwhile, our Kamicha here is Kaniko for Chitoitsu Sanbaiman, who are not looking too good in this Hanchan either. And
And that's quite bad for Chitoitsu Sanbaiman.
Yeah, having to unfortunately take the penalty earlier as well as this game is a big point swing for them, unfortunately. And lastly, we have Gunkfire for Runs of Anarchy, who are pretty much out of the running after the games tonight. They needed a pretty exceptional performance from these first 2 Hanchans, and that ain't it, unfortunately.
Yep, but looking at the game here, we still have no one Tenpai at the moment. Both 3 players. Actually, is everyone Ishan 10? No. 3 players in Ishan 10, but Tenpai now for MWW on the West 5-man Shampon. Just the last West remaining in the wall. Oh, but the 5-man comes out from Kanik.
Aka does make MW retain the dealership here in South 3, which is big, trying to capture Chiral here.
Yeah, Junkin Pom in 15th. There's still a chance for them to come back, especially if they can get in the massive first here.
Yep. Yeah, you just need to string together these massive wins, and it's definitely possible. Especially while in this last week, you've got teams that will be playing a lot differently because they're all trying to make the cutoff, so you can take advantage of a little bit more riskier play. Starts here with
Here
a
we see
double
Gunfire.
a south pair.
Yeah, Gunfire here though. Chun Anko, Ishan 10 for potential Sun Anko.
San Anko would be big with a Chun Anko confirmed.
Oh, but Roundman, Ishan 10 for Cairo for Pintu, potential Tanya.
Yeah, you're just happy to win. This is Chiral and the dealership of MW. Gain a little bit of points and go into or last with a more cushy lead.
Oh, I see MWW with the 4-man cut committing to the Cheetoy. I was wondering if they'd go with like an 8-2 and just hedge a Honetsu. Would have had a nice shapes after that 7-man draw.
Yeah. I don't like having to like bank on Chitoitsu in this position.
The Ishan 10 Hell of Cheetoitsu.
Chiral can upgrade, you can lock in the 8-man pair here, and now you can accept the
Yeah.
after 5-man.
You could even throw away the 4-man for a safe tile. Oh, well, even now.
Yeah.
That is Senpai for Gunfire. Nice Aka draw. Compensation for not getting the Sananko chance. So Riichi Chun Aka on the 236 pin Shampoo.
Not too bad at all. 2 left on the wall.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a bit awkward for Chiral, who will break apart the 2-pin here.
Yep, I like playing it safe. You're 8k ahead of the dealer. Don't need to force the issue here.
No.
Tenpai for Kaneko does take the Riichi on the 1-4 pin. 4 left in the wall.
Riichi only.
Unfortunately, you wish it was a bit more expensive. Currently,
Yeah.
like 26k away from third.
Yeah, if you find the 4-pin, it's at least a Tanyao, but I mean, even still, it's Riichi Tanyao.
Yeah.
You're hoping to find Ura free on those 6 months, I guess.
Yeah, it's still just a nice chance to be able to win. Pick up those 2,300, stop Gunfire from winning their hand as well.
Yeah, that's true. Close the gap.
Unfortunately, MWW
Yeah,
picking up all of Kaneko's weights.
finding all the everything.
Suddenly, there's only 1 left. So 1 versus 2, as we're rounding out the last set of draws here. 1 more draw each for both of these players. Oh, with the 4-pin, it's picked up by Gunfire. Riichi unfortunately hits no Ura, but very nice direct hit.
Does bring the score down to just 18,000.
Oh!
Yeah, we have a very ugly starting hand here for Kaneko.
Can you like restart the hand if you have 1 of Ariana?
I find this always happens to me when I play these tournament formats of those draws, and I get my dealership and it's always like 9 starting, and I'm like, oh god.
Well, there is a Hanetsu. Oh, goes to 3, so just full commits to Okshi, I guess.
Yeah, Kokushi or Chanta. Whatever comes first, I guess.
Looking elsewhere, we have the North Aura. Obviously, 1 was in Kaneko's hand, but also 1 in Chiral and MWW's hand. Chiral opening up for the Tanya, wanting to shut this Hanchan out and keep his first place.
Yeah, Gunfire na Ishan
G
10. No, to Ishan 10.
Yes,
No,
Ishan 10.
Yeah, it is on the fruits, of course. Yeah, Chiral just going for the Tanya, as you said, makes sense.
It is very nice when the person to your left is going for Kokshi.
Yeah.
You know, even this overlapping 6-pin weight isn't bad because you know it's just going to come out if your Kamicha draws one.
Yep.
It finds a small upgrade here. I would just take the wider sea shanten. Goes to 7 pin.
Could also con for flow.
I can't for fun. Well, if you draw along the 5 man, you could con, which may be Carol's thought process with the 7 pin drop.
Yeah, I mean,
Senpai for MWW on the Hanchan 8 pin if he wants to take it.
Dharma for now.
Can't. No. Probably not the best idea when you're in first.
No, absolutely not. All right, so MW does Riichi on this Kanchan 8 pin, 2 left to the wall. Senpai for Chiral on the Kanchan 4 man, which is dead.
Yeah, it's always awkward in these spots when like second place Riichis and you're like, well, if they win, they might overtake me, so I sort of want to push, but if I push, I could deal in. This weight's not even that good either.
Oh.
I does find an upgrade here. I think once you're committed this much, 8 so is safe though. But
we go.
It does push the 3 man.
So now can accept the 7 mans, which is 2 left. So I guess the only thing to consider here, obviously, Kaniko's got no reason to not push, and does still have an
unfortunately, there's an 8 pin.
Yeah, so it would deal in. Is it enough? You'd have to hit Uras.
Hey, one more 8 pin. I feel like every one of these dangerous tiles that Chiral draws, he's like thinking, can I fold now? As we're winding down towards the end.
Look at all this bamboo that Kaniko is drawn.
No one wants. 6 pin. Yeah, I like this from Chiral. You don't have to win the hand.
Yeah.
Just needs to go to a draw and Kaniko to not be Tenpai.
Yeah, so they can go 8 so again.
Yep, and has 4 so as well.
There's your 7 man.
And no more draws left for MWW.
Nope.
So it's looking like a win for Chiral. Oh, it doesn't even get Tenpai to boot.
He would find the Tenpai to pick up a couple extra points here.
Oh, that's Tenpai for Gunkfire. But one of the tiles will deal into Ote. And let's choose the right one.
Deal is the only one who's not Tenpai. Another negative 3,000 for Kaniko there, unfortunately. But Chiral taking up the win for Jankan Ron. I'm never going to get it right. And Jankan Ron picking up the second. So British team's eating well there in that Hanchan. Alrighty.
Yeah, for sure.
So
we're just putting in these scores now.
Yeah, the scores are coming in. And there they go. So I'll open up the stats here. And we can see this is where things sit after these 4 set of Hanchans are finished. Sorry. 8. With Kaku Ranger still obviously in the very dominant first, but Forgy's taking second from Tanya Sensation. Actually, that might have happened a while ago. Tanya Sensation have...
No, I think that just happened in this
it has just happened. Yeah,
Hanchan.
You are right. They were close, but then Forgy's lost a couple games. And True and Potato not too far off the top 4 at this point. Junkin Ron still up in 5th after that really big week they had recently. Ichi Fingers in 6th. We do see, obviously, Chitoitsu has dropped down now to 10th. Luxshitters and Furious and Double Reach still playing around the cutoff there. But the cutoff has come all the way down to 12 points. It started tonight on 70. So it's getting closer to 0. Which does mean that, yeah, everyone's still in with a chance for the last 2 Hanchans, even Pinfu Pals. I mean, not Runs of Anarchy. I think negative 700 is a bit too much. Although, again, it's not impossible because of our format, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say realistically, probably like 5th to 12th or 13th, maybe,
Yeah, those are
are
the most
fighting for
likely,
those spots.
for sure. Yeah.
But hey, you never know, man. Junkin may pull a Junkin run and just get 200 points in
exactly. Yeah.
2 games.
And yeah, we do see in the individual standings, it's still sitting at about. Actually, no, are they separate or do they? Those are
Yeah,
separate,
these
right?
don't get updated until all the games will
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I guess just to quickly go over it again, I did it at the start of the night, but I will go it again. So the top 16 All Stars tournament will be next week, with a spot for the ARMA 2024 in Melbourne up for grabs. So look forward to that. A free ticket and a guaranteed entry is very good because those tickets do sell out quick. Apart from that, we also have the IRORM what the
IORMC.
IRMC. I was trying to put in 6 letters for some reason. Yeah, we got the registration for that open. So have a look into the announcements channel in the Discord. It's really fun. You get to play with a bunch of strong people from around the world. I encourage everyone to give it a look if you can. And
Do you have to qualify first against the other Australians?
yes, you do have to go into a qualifying match, and that's what the registrations is for. So, yeah, that is how we go. And yeah, that will be an end to games tonight. So we'll be back tomorrow with the final set of Hanchans for the. That is not the right scene. There we are. For the final set of Hanchans for the league. So it's come by pretty quick, I think, in the end.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
8 weeks have flown by.
Yes. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night for the last 2 final exciting Hanchans of this preliminary stage.